Hello, another day, another video. This video of today is going to talk about bilirubin metabolism. So this bilirubin metabolism, what we have first of all, look on the anatomy. So this is liver, this is gallbladder, this is biliary system, this is pancreas, here is the duodenum. So bilirubin is going to be formed in the liver, and then in the liver is going to be added with bile acid and now secreted in the liver as bile. Bile is going to be stored in gallbladder by passing here in common hepatic duct, and now is stored here in the gallbladder. In the gallbladder is going to live there by using cystic duct. Now it come here in common bile duct, where hepatic duct and cystic duct are going to be combined. So it come here in the duodenum, where it's going to be combined with the pancreatic secretion through this pancreatic duct. So when you do this dissection of this duodenum intestine, you're going to see a greenish yellowish pigment where it's going to be stained because of this bilirubin in this small intestine. So means by using this anatomy, you can understand where bilirubin is going to be formed and where it's going to be continued. So what is bilirubin? Bilirubin is waste product of red blood cell. Red blood cells after 120 days are going to be old and now transferred to spleen. Spleen will found macrophage. This macrophage will come and eat these red blood cells and now release their component. Their component of red blood cell are heme and globin. So bilirubin metabolism, here this is red blood cells, now is breaking down to release their component where bilirubin is going to be formed. This bilirubin is insoluble in blood. That's why this albumin is going to come and bind with this bilirubin so that it can be soluble and transferred in the blood. So it is transferred to the liver by help of this albumin, and then the liver they do conjugation. After conjugation, liver secrete. Now our bilirubin is soluble in the blood, and the kidney can filter out through the kidney urobilinogen or through the anus stercobilinogen. So this is red blood cells. Now they are going to be, after 120 days, they are going to release their component, which is hemoglobin. This hemoglobin is composed by heme and globin. Globin is the protein, means they are going to release amino acid and now reused in our body. This heme is composed by iron and protoporphyrin. This protoporphyrin is going to be converting to biliverdin. Now we are in blood vessel. Now this biliverdin is having a green pigment. Verd means green. So by reduction, this biliverdin is going to be bilirubin. This bilirubin now is unconjugated one. Is unconjugated bilirubin, which is indirect on Van der Waals test. So this bilirubin is fat soluble. And in blood vessel, remember, blood is composed by mainly water, means this bilirubin cannot pass through blood vessel. That's why this albumin is going to come and now added on this bilirubin so that the bilirubin can be uptaken by the liver by active uptake. So now this bilirubin, after being uptaken by the liver, they are going to be conjugated. Thanks for UDP glucuronidase transferase. This is the enzyme which is going to help to convert unconjugated bilirubin to conjugated one by adding glucuronic acid. So now after adding this glucuronic acid to the unconjugated bilirubin, now our bilirubin now is conjugated one. It is called is conjugated bilirubin or is direct bilirubin because now is going to be positive on Van der Waals test. So this bilirubin, it is a waste product. Our target is to excrete from our body, either in the kidney, urine, or the small intestine or the stool, now to go out. So now after being conjugated, now it is water soluble, is able to be transported in the blood, and then the blood, when the blood reach kidney, they can be filtered out by glomerulus and now end up in the urine as urobilinogen. So now in the liver, they are going to be what you call secretion. This secretion and conjugated one, which is soluble now, are going to be excreted in the liver, and now by bile duct, as you have seen that in anatomy, in this bile duct is going to transfer this conjugated bilirubin into a small intestine. So when bilirubin reach here in the small intestine, there is a bacteria in the small intestine which are going to help our bilirubin to be transformed into bilinogen. So when we say bilinogen, now it is active. This urobilinogen is they are having two possibilities, either to go in the kidney to be filtered out and then go as the urine, or it can be oxidation into stercobilinogen. Now they are going to be excreted in our body by the stool. That's why our stool is brown. It is brown because it's containing the bilirubin. So it means some urobilinogen will return back to the liver via hepatic system in protovein to return back in the liver, and then liver will return this bilirubin to this small intestine, and then cycle continue like that. Because our target is to remove this bilirubin from our body because they are toxic. If they are going to remain in our body, they can cause our body to be harmed, like end up by jaundice and other problems. So usually, like lab scientists, they are mandatory to know this. Total bilirubin in our body should not exceed 2. Once they are going to be exceeding 2 grams per deciliter, they are going to cause a big problem, like brain crinecterus, which is a problem in the brain. So usually total bilirubin is going to be in 2 types, conjugated one and unconjugated one. When we say conjugated, it's the same as to say indirect bilirubin. When we say conjugated, it's going to be the same as direct bilirubin. So here there can be a problem of math calculation. Suppose that here we are having a conjugated bilirubin which is 0.2 milligram per deciliter, or indirect bilirubin which is 0.3 milligram per deciliter. Now the question is, what is total bilirubin? Total bilirubin, now to calculate it is easy. It means that total bilirubin is made up and conjugated bilirubin and conjugated bilirubin. Total bilirubin now is going to be equal to 5. So to mean that the total bilirubin is equal to unconjugated bilirubin plus conjugated bilirubin. So by having total bilirubin and conjugated bilirubin, we can easily finding conjugated bilirubin. So let we have a look on the pathology. On the pathology, when we have increase, when our bilirubin level, total bilirubin or conjugated bilirubin or unconjugated bilirubin are increased, they are going to cause our body to have a yellowish coloration of a sclera or the mucous membrane. So that condition is called jaundice. So jaundice, as you are seeing here, it is the increase in the level of the bilirubin. So it means in our blood circulation, there are bilirubin which is circulating there in high amount than the normal one. So to mean that the jaundice are 3 types. There is a bilirubin increased because of the maybe hemolytic anemia, like prehepatic. Means the problem of causing this increasing bilirubin is not in the liver. Is there maybe in the blood vessel, means our red blood cells are breaking down at high rate. Means the liver is receiving too much amount of the bilirubin. That's why they are exceeding, they are carrying, they are conjugating capacity. Now end up having increased the bilirubin because of our red blood cells are being destroyed at high rate. Maybe you are having hemolytic anemia, spherocytosis, or rhesus incompatibility. All this can cause increase of red blood cell destruction. Now end up having increased the bilirubin. As you know, the bilirubin is the result from the red blood cell breakdown. So this we call as prehepatic jaundice. We can call it prehepatic jaundice. So another types of jaundice, it is jaundice caused by the liver problem. We have seen in the bilirubin metabolism, the liver, they are having the role of conjugation, where they take unconjugated bilirubin and then add UDP glycolic acid. So once this conjugation is not happening, to mean that the unconjugated bilirubin will increase because it's not being able to be conjugated. Means when it is not conjugated, it means that there are no formation of conjugated bilirubin, and now there is no way to secrete this bilirubin, and now end up to leak out in the blood, now to see high amount of unconjugated bilirubin in our blood circulation. So this is called the hepatocellular jaundice. So hepatocellular jaundice, it is going to be seen in toxins or virus like hepatitis. Hepatitis can come and cause our liver to be fibrosed, or to have means to change the anatomy where this conjugation cannot happen properly. So this is hepatocellular jaundice, where there is problem in the liver, in the problem of conjugation of the bilirubin. So means here we are going to have the increase unconjugated bilirubin in our blood. So there is another case where the bilirubin is going to be increased in our blood. This causes the jaundice called post-hepatic jaundice. Post-hepatic jaundice means what? The bilirubin, the liver is doing their task very well. It means the conjugation no problem, but suppose that in this biliary system there is obstruction. There is like a stone here. Now the liver secretion, if it reach here, now here it is blocked. If it is blocked, it is not going to be able to, if here it is blocked, means this liver can't excrete their waste product. To mean that they are going to be accumulated by here. Now they leak out in the blood, end up, but the conjugation, because there is no problem, they are going to be increasing of conjugated bilirubin in our serum. So by having this, it can be intracellular hepatitic, cirrhosis, and then infiltration, or post-hepatic. Example, there is gallstone or tumor. To mean that in this biliary system there is a tumor, which causing the bilirubin to not go in the small intestine, and then bacteria can make them urobilinogen, then end up in the urine and the stool. So this is three types of jaundice. I hope it is clear. There is prehepatic jaundice, hepatocellular jaundice, and obstructive jaundice. Means in prehepatic jaundice, the problem is not in the liver, the problem is in the high rate breakdown of the red blood cells. Maybe it can be there in the hemolytic anemia or the resus incompatibility. So hepatocellular jaundice, these types of jaundice is caused by the liver problem like cirrhosis or hepatitis, where the conjugation of this bilirubin is not going to be occurred very well. That's why unconjugated bilirubin is going to be highly elevated, because the conjugation is not happening. Means the conjugated bilirubin in these types of the jaundice is going to be very low. So in this obstructive jaundice, we are going to have high increased conjugated bilirubin, because now the liver has done their work of conjugation, but there is obstruction here in the biliary system, which end up to leak out of those conjugated bilirubin in the blood. So this is all about the jaundice. Let we have some congenital pathologies, like where the bilirubin can be increased, and then you can understand where there is a defect. So like now you know that the bilirubin is formed in the blood. Now this bilirubin formed in the blood is an unconjugated one. So an unconjugated bilirubin is going to be added by albumin, and now to be uptaken by the liver. Means there is active uptake of this unconjugated bilirubin in the liver. Now when there is a defect in active uptake of this unconjugated bilirubin in the liver, this defect is going to be called Gilbert syndrome. Means we will have high increase of unconjugated bilirubin. Very important MCQs. So this Gilbert syndrome, it is a congenital pathology of the bilirubin metabolism, where liver is enabled to uptake the unconjugated bilirubin to do conjugation, so that we can excrete this waste product. So This Gilbert syndrome, the problem is uptake of the unconjugated bilirubin in the liver. So suppose that here active uptake of the unconjugated bilirubin, there is no problem. So what remains means is now we entered the unconjugated bilirubin in our liver is going to be added by the enzyme called glycosyl transferase. This enzyme is going to help to take unconjugated bilirubin and add glycolic acid for conjugation. So now, if this enzyme is not there, glycosyl transferase to conjugate this bilirubin. Now this disorder is called Kirgan-Najar syndrome. To mean that they're going to increase what? Unconjugated bilirubin or conjugated bilirubin? Wow. The answer is increase of unconjugated bilirubin. Why? Because the enzyme is not there, means it is not yet conjugated. That's why the unconjugated bilirubin are going to be elevated in our blood. So suppose that this enzyme is there, other things is there is no problem. Conjugation has been happened. Now after conjugation of this bilirubin, we are going to excrete. We are going to excrete this waste product, direct bilirubin, into small intestine and then to end up in the stool or the urine. So if the problem is excretion or active excretion, means there is a blockage of the gate where direct bilirubin or conjugated bilirubin are going to be out. If there is a blockage, we are having a disease called Dubin-Johnson syndrome or Roto syndrome. Now because our bilirubin has been conjugated, so this one is going to highly elevated of conjugated bilirubin. So my name is XICXI. I'm going to share with you the biochemistry subject. So if you like this video, try to subscribe, share and comment. Stay tuned. Thank you.